All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, April 11th. As usual, going over analysis for US 30, gold, EU, and Bitcoin. So US 30 daily bias is bearish. Gold daily bias bullish. EU daily bias bullish. BTC daily bias bullish. And US dollar daily bias is bullish. Looking at the levels we have for US 30. There's a sell, there's a supply zone at the top here. During market open, almost tagged that zone in, but price came back down. So if price comes back up here, that will be a supply zone entry or sell entry. On the 30-minute time frame, I have to redraw this. This would go all the way up here to 39,090. That's fine. So we may get any of these two entries on US 30 today, either this buy at the bottom or this sell at the top here on the 15-minute time frame. So also, let me set an alert for US 30 here on the 30-minute time frame if price comes back down there. But we have to wait for the first 15 minutes of market open before taking any trades for that. For gold here on the, let's see if the zones are drawn are still valid. Yes. Yes. There's this 30-minute entry right here. If gold comes up to 2347, that's a nice sell area. That's a nice sell area on gold. Currently, it's also in a supply zone, but I like this zone, the zone above there a little better. So that's another entry on gold that we'll probably get. EU triggered a supply zone on the 15-minute time frame. So it's currently tagging that 15-minute supply. However, this one I'll have to move it up here because this is the next best area. And the buy is all the way down here, so that's fine. And for the 30-minute time frame, the zones for EU ideally the same. And let's see what areas are around here. So we don't have any, we have a weekly bullish zone. So this 1.0, so remember yesterday I said 1.072 was ideally the best area to buy EU. And you can see where price rejected from this morning at around that 1.0. I think I said 1.0725. So you can see that's why we had that rejection. So you can also see we have a weekly bullish high at 1.07 thousand and the weekly bullish low at 1.05. So I think EU is coming to a nice buy zone maybe in the next week or so, but I still think EU will drop further before getting maybe to the mid of that weekly bullish order block. And then for US 30 on the hourly, oh, this is BTC. BTC on the hourly, the supply zone is right here, demand zone right there. So these areas are still valid as is. Prices away from the hourly and the 4 hours. So yesterday, if you guys remember during the live session, we caught the buy like at the low of this 4-hour candle. So that was a nice demand catch. And BTC has been spiking all the way till the end of yesterday and up until now. For the hourly time frames, prices away from US 30 entry zones on the hourly. We do have, this is a supply zone on US 30. I thought they would have broken it, but let me set an alert here. Since price is below this zone, so what we'll do, I'll bring this markup down here. And then that. So this is an hourly setup as well for US 30. But we are pretty much in bullish order blocks for US 30, hourly, 4-hour, and 30-minute. But anyway, it's still a valid supply zone for US 30. The next demand zone for US 30 is all the way down here. So this is pretty much, I think, the one we had drawn yesterday when we got faked out on that one trade. So the US 30, even the loss we took yesterday was ideally like a fake out because price ended up coming back up. If you guys monitored that, it was within this zone. For gold, gold touched hourly supply and gold is melting from there. So this zone came during or before market open. I was following it, but again, I don't trade before market open. But this zone is still a valid zone. So I'll add an alert back here on the hourly time frame for gold. And if price gets up there, then it is a valid entry on gold. And I think we're about to tap it again right now. EU, this zones stay as is, but I think EU will melt down a bit further. But anyway, not looking to trade EU as much. So we're about to tap this hourly on gold here. But for me to take that trade, it has to be past 9:45. So if it taps right now, I'm not going to take that. On the 4 hour time frame, price is far away from US 30 entry. Actually, no. Let's see. On the 4 hour, on the 4 hour time frame, I think one area has been mitigated, so US 30 can come back up here for the 4 hour. There. Okay, that's perfect. So this is a buy zone for US 30 at 38,370. I'll add an alert there. And for gold, I think gold, these zones are still the same. Yes, supply zone up there, demand zone all the way at 2259, so that's fine. And for EU 4 hour, yeah, ideally what we have right now. All right, so we'll just wait and see if any of these trades trigger. So I think we'll get the gold entry and maybe this US 30 buy. So a US 30 buy and a gold sell. That's probably what we are going to get. So time is 9:43, so just 2 more minutes. Also, I was hoping to catch a BTC sell. This sell looked pretty good, but I don't know if BTC is gonna come back up here. This 30-minute entry right here. So this looked like a nice sell, but based off of price action, I don't think BTC will come back up there for right now or during the live session. But if it does come up, then I'll be looking to take that entry on Bitcoin as well. 300. Yeah, so at this point, let's just wait. Let me take screenshots of this and send them to the group, and you guys can monitor price. Hmm. Right. So I just sent those. So we have the alert on gold, and I think that's the hourly alert. So there goes the alert on gold on the hourly time frame. So what time is it? It's 9:45. So ideally looking for a crossover sell here. So we need that crossover sell on the 5-second time frame. Here is that. So this 2348 is I think a 4-hour. 2348 is 2348. So 2347, 2350, we also have sell zones on the 15-minute and 30-minute time frame. So if you do have other confluences above here, we have sells on gold that are above here. So you just need that crossover sell to materialize. It's gold. So this one, I think this is the 30-minute and 2350 is the 15-minute zone. So if it goes up there, well and good. But again, I just need my crossover sell. So this is the hourly entry on gold that I'm looking to take a sell on. And then this alert that's right here is a 30-minute alert. So if we go to, it's a 30-minute alert here, you can see that. And then we can see there's the 15-minute alert that's right there. Also, be 1 second here. Want to make sure. Okay, so these zones are still valid for gold on the hourly, so it's still holding. All right, so there goes the crossover sell. So I'm in that gold sell. So there went the red X that's right here, which is what I was looking for, a crossover sell on gold. Then we'll just monitor price from here on. For this one, you can also use, since we have two, I mean, for me, I entered with the normal risk, but since we have two other zones up here, maybe you can split up your trade into 3 sections because we have a 2347 and 2350. But I like this one because it's hourly and hourly entry. So I prefer high time frame entries on instruments. So this is 2346.79. 6.79. So that's that entry on gold right there. And again, so remember on the 5-minute, we need to start monitoring. What we don't want to see on the 5-minute is start seeing higher highs and higher lows being created or long wicks from the bottom. So with this inner supply and inner demand strategies, you want to see like a quick spike, like because they give you like a nice optimal entry, like a week-based entry. So you want to see like a quick spike into profit. So, but you don't want to see like a lot of ranging. You don't want to see like price or the structure of price changing or price action changing. So that's gold right there. Yeah, so right now it's only gold. BTC may be a buy later, but yeah, so right now let's just observe the gold trade and just see how it goes. All right, so there goes gold. So just remember, when you get like a 1:1 risk to reward, you go ahead and set break even. So I'm liking that price action, that current 5-minute candle. We have heavy push to the downside. This is right here on the 5. Um, what else? What else? Hoping to get a US 30 trade today, but doesn't look like it. Mm. All right. So here again, for this zones, we don't want to see this zones cutting out. So we don't want to see any of these zones cutting out. So we have a bunch of sellers. So that's what we want to see. But if we start seeing these zones disappear, it means the sellers are getting eaten or taken in by the buyers. So long as this area stays red as is between these two borders, because you can see there's this white border, right? So this white border segregates this supply zone from the next one. So for example, if gold were to break up from here, the next supply zone would be below, the low would be 23.48, and then the high would be 23.65. But again, the optimal supply zone then would be 23.64, which I think is the all-time high. So we want gold to stay below here for this supply zone that's right here. But this is a nice entry as well. But I just want to make sure that the red or the sellers stay there. All right. So if you look at your 5-minute candles, so that 5-minute price action is good. We just don't want the next candle and then the next one to start creating like higher highs. So the price action on the 5 minute is good based off of this setup. We just don't want the 5 minutes or the next two 5 minute candles to start creating higher highs. But the price action is good on this particular entry. Come on. All right. So we are almost at a 1:1 risk to reward. So get ready to set break even for this trade. So let's see. Let's see, it would be, yeah, so if we touch somewhere here, be ready to set break even, depending on what area you entered in. Still waiting. All right, I'm still waiting for my break even. let's- um, So also here on the 5 second, if we start getting higher highs, that means the 5 minute time frame is giving or is setting up for higher highs. So you definitely want to observe there. So we want some heavy price action to come and close below. What time does this five? Okay, so it's almost 10 a.m. So we want heavy price action. So we want gold to melt from here. So we want a nice spike to that's what we want right there. We don't want price changing. Okay, so I'm at break even on this trade. So move your stop loss to break even if you have to do it manually. Let's see, edit position, stop loss to break even on top tier. Yep, so all my accounts are break even for this trade. Let's just see if we can get that nice push to the bottom. So this is right there. Hmm. Um, US 30. Yeah, I think the US 30 and BTC trades are probably going to materialize later. Because it looks like there's not a lot of liquidity in the market right now. So pretty calm. All right. So here for gold, if I go to, okay, so for example, here on the 15-minute time frame, if you're selling, this is what you want to see. You see this heavy wicks at the top, this is what you want to see. So this is nice for sales. But on the other hand, on the 5-minute, we are getting like um wicks from the bottom, and it looks like it's holding a five-minute trend line. But for me, since I'm at break even on this trade, I'm not really looking to yeah, I think the price action is still good. So that US 30 trade triggered or zone triggered. So it's not the 1 hour, it's not the 15-minute, it's not the 30-minute. Oh, wait, the 4 hour. That's a 4 hour buy on US 30. So let me check this out again. So only thing with this trade, we had an inner supply zone here, but this bearish candle has taken it out. And you can see, on the other hand, I really don't like trading supply zones. When you have like a supply zone overlapping with a demand zone or the opposite, I don't like trading with such price action. So for this one, I'm going to sit it out, but there is a inner demand there for US 30. So for me on this one, I'm just going to wait for whatever price is going to do here, but not looking to take that entry. And we'll just watch this. I would rather take, say, the 30-minute, or I'm sorry, the 15-minute or the 30-minute. All right, so watch this gold one. So if we look at the 15-minute time frame, we want to see the same set of sellers stepping into the market again. But if we close above this one, gold is probably going to go bullish and go to, say, 2350. So between 2347 and 2350, I think 2350 is the next best area for gold. But hopefully we get these sellers that have been stepping in here to step in and push price back down. If not, this trade will most likely get taken out at break even, which is fine. It's better than taking a loss. Remember, this one is here. But if anyone has any confluences for a buy on US 30, that is a 4 hour demand zone. But I just don't like the setup on the 4 hour right now. But yes, there is a buy on US 30, but I'm not gonna take that. All right, we need this sellers. Yeah, but I think based off of this price action, I think gold might get taken out at break even. So really looking forward to like a Bitcoin trade. All right, so my gold trade has been taken out at break even. So break even on this trade. Yeah, so this one is just a break even trade. And I think between the next two trades, give me 1 second. Let me take a screenshot of this from my journal. All right, so let's analyze. So the same hourly entry. Let's see what zones we have right here. All right, so for the hourly, what I'll do, we'll look for another zone on the hourly. So the next hourly zone is all the way at 23.64. So that's around the all-time high. So that's the next hourly sell area on gold. So I go ahead and mark that up. I have an alert there set up. So just wait for price to get there. All right, here on the 15-minute time frame, yeah, 2350.78 is still the best area for gold on the 15-minute. On the 30-minute time frame, so comparing these two zones, the 30-minute looks better than the 15-minute, in my opinion. I'm sorry, the 15-minute looks better than the 30-minute. If price does get up there. So for me, I will be looking to say take the 15-minute entry on gold. All right. So looks like my top tier trader or my top tier account did not get taken out at break even. So at least for my top tier account, the gold trade is still running, but for my NSF and one FTMO account, those accounts got taken out at break even. So that trade is coming back down. So depending on your slippage or where you entered at, you may either still be in or you may have gotten tapped out. Yeah, but this, you see this wicks that I was talking about, this wicks, because you have longer wicks from the top than from the bottom. So this just tells you you have a bunch of sellers here. So it's just one of those trades that, depending on the time you got in, you either got so close to getting taken out or you got taken out. Let's see if we get this US 30 trades. There's a US 30-minute setup. So you can see for that 4-hour trade on US 30, it was definitely a red flag for me. And if we apply the zones again, you can see how these zones have been eaten up. So if you see, because we had a demand zone and we had a supply zone in there. So it was showing you that, the supply zone is creeping in to take out the buyers. So let's look at the 30-minute setup here and see how this looks. So I like the 30-minute setup, even for it, it's being taken out because you can see where I had marked up the entry, that inner demand zone has been taken out. So we have heavy sellers that are stepping into the market. So at this point, I think the 38 to 12, the 15-minute is probably a better entry here. So again, we do have a 30-minute that's going. Compared to the 30-minute and the 4-hour entries, the 30-minute looks a little better than the 4-hour, but we have this still heavy momentum that's stepping in. We do have demand that's here, but our inner demand that this markup was based upon has been taken out. So again, a little bit of a red flag, but we still have a bunch of demand here. So which is why, again, I like trading demand that's based off of multiple candles. See, 30-minute, 15-minute. Let's compare this real quick. Mm, see. Yeah, the 30-minute entry is a good entry. But I'll stay out of it and wait for the 15-minute entry. 15-minute entry is definitely more optimal. Here I do see them going for stop hunt or raiding stops here, but this 30-minute looks good. So if anyone has confluences for that, you can look to take it. See this price action. Hmm. All right. So gold. This remains here. Mm. All right, let's see if we'll get this 15-minute setup on gold. I'm sorry, 15-minute entry on US 30. If we do, that should be the last trade of the live session. If we don't, also that will be it for the live session. So for the 4 hour, let's look for a new 4 hour zone. So you see how this supply is building in, it's creeping in. It's because we have heavy selling pressure. So right now for US 30 on the 4 hour, the next best area for buys is, and be sure to update this because I'm not going to send this out. But the next best buying area is 37,799. So that's the next. And I think we'll get that in the afternoon. So remember, for US 30, the afternoon session is better for this supply and demand entries. So you can see how we have these huge supply zones that are building in and coming into the market. Also, let's switch up. Let's bring back, we get another supply zone on US 30, and this might be a nice sell later on also at 38,508. I think it matches up with maybe a 15-minute or an hourly. So this is a new supply zone on the 15-minute that has been created. So just gotta follow through with that. All right, see, what time is it? So I'll hang on for about 5 more minutes and see if we get this 15-minute buy on US 30. This might be one of those buys that maybe hit break even, that spike up a little bit and then come back down and hit break even. But we are definitely having a lot of selling momentum for US 30. And now if we take a look at the zones, you'll probably, so this one is still holding. So these zones are still holding, but the area that it is right here is the last support of this current zone. So if it breaks this, then the next buying area is 38,213, which lines up with and there it goes. They took out the 30-minute demand. So the next buying area, even on the 30-minute, is 38,213. But if we get some support here and strong bullish push to the upside, the demand will be brought back here. But I'm looking to catch this 15 minutes if it does materialize. Gold is still dropping based off of where we had entered. So you can see this one is coming back up. So yeah, so this zone, so if it breaks this zone, all these zones will disappear. So if it breaks 38,285, 286, all these demand zones will disappear, and then it will come to the next area, which is the 213 area. That's the daily time frame. Goes US 30 melting. There goes that push. All right, my gold entry on top tier just hit TP. So that gold trade we just got faked out. But on my top tier, I think since I entered it last, I had a better entry-ish. Yeah, so you can see this was just like a fake out or stop hunt from our entry, and then it melted heavy to the downside. All right. So here as well, this one comes here. Uh, Again, this is some heavy selling pressure. So definitely for US 30, if you do take it, use lower risk than usual. This is definitely heavy selling pressure right here. The other part, 38, 212, 38, 180. So this is another area that you don't want it to break. But let's see if it comes down here. Hmm. All right. I don't think this one will keep going. So, but just monitor that level. Excuse me. 38 to 12, 38,212.8. And just monitor that when price gets there. So let me just update this. So today was just break even for that gold. But depending on where you entered, it could have gone to your TP like it did for my top tier account. But on my other two accounts, got stopped out at break even for that. So just monitor this trade for gold. I'm sorry, for US 30. Let's see. Yeah, we do also have some demand here. So not sure it's gonna come up or if it's gonna keep pushing back up. But anyway, other than that, that should be it for the day. I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right, guys. See ya.